Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. Today I'm going to be doing your pick, which is this Fantasmagoria colouring book. And this is by Nadia Mejri, but on Instagram they are known as Clannadia, if I am pronouncing that right, hopefully. And the page that you have chosen for me to colour is this page. So this, I believe, is like a Cardcaptor Sakura sort of illustration, but I'm not going to be going off of that character for colours and stuff. If I pick a same colour, then I do, but I'm not going to sort of bother about it. But I do see this as a very kind of pink themed page, so if you don't like pink, you're probably not going to like this very much. So this is an Amazon paper book, so for the background I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because normally for an illustration like this I would probably want to use some sort of paint or something, but this paper is, yeah, quite thin, if I'm honest. That is the only downside of this book. Like, it has a lovely hardcover, but then the paper is, yeah, I do it normally with Amazon paper, I'm okay, but I don't know, this feels thin. That sounds ridiculous. If I compare it, I recently got, well, I say recently, I literally just got it today through the post. I got the Yam Puff 100. Sorry, I'm knocking things over. Yeah, I got this, which is also an Amazon book. Yep, Amazon paper, but I don't know. I feel like this paper and this paper, I know it's a different size, but I don't know, this feels slightly thicker. Maybe it is a different paper. I'm not sure of the choices Amazon gives people to choose from, but yeah, I'm looking forward to colouring in this as well. But yeah, so I don't want to be using paint on this. I don't trust it with water, to be honest, so I'm going to do a marker base and some pencils. But like I said, I don't know what to do in the background now, so I am for now going to leave the background and see what my picture turns out like, and then go from there. So I'm just going to go in with my markers. I've got several Winsor & Newton Pro markers and a few pink Spectrum Noir markers. And yeah, I'm just hoping that this is going to be okay. I already know that I want bright pink stars. I just do. So I'm just going to go in and do those first with this Spectrum Noir BP6. See, I don't know if these colours are still named the same as they used to be, or if the colour range is still the same. I will tell you what they are anyway, just in case you do have these, or if they are the same. Like I said, I've had these, gosh, we're in 2024 now, so I feel like I got them in like 2016, somewhere around then, but like my mind, I'm like, I know it was when Game of Thrones was airing, because the reason I bought these, I was drawing an Arya illustration, and I wanted to try markers out. I literally only used brown markers on her. I never finished the whole page, but I finished Arya. I set too much of a goal with that illustration. I should have just stuck to just Arya, but I wanted to add like Winterfell in the background, which I never got round to, and I added the family crest, like the Stark wolf, but I didn't get anywhere past there. Like, I kept thinking what to add, and then I had too much space on my page basically, and I was like, what can I do with that? What I'm going to do with these stars as well is take a lighter pink and like draw a star around the star. That might be okay as a background of its own, just going around the stars. But yeah, I think I'll still go around the ones as well that are over the top of things. I was just thinking in my head then, should I do that? I think that would be okay. And then after I've finished with everything, I may or may not, you know me and my white Posca pen, like on the stars, black outline, go over it. I'll see what it looks like after I'm done. So I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, back to work this week. So Monday off for New Year, Tuesday in work, and then Wednesday. Wednesday was a little eventful, whereas work's concerned, because, well, I leave house in the morning, I work in the morning, and I finish in the afternoon, and I got to work, and they were like, yeah, everybody's going home, and oh my gosh, you should have seen it. The front car park that, like, you literally have to go through to the end, like get into the building, it was all flooded. I don't know if a lot of people have had flooding in areas, but my work isn't too far from like a river and like water sources basically. And yeah, this yeah, I'll just put it this way, if we had walked through it, we would have probably been like at the very least up to your waist, but more than likely up past the chest height. It was that deep. So they were like, yeah, no, like the managers were like, go home. So I got there. Obviously I was contacted, but it was too late back because yeah, I was well on my way already to work, and I didn't hear my phone. Like when I'm sort of walking or sort of traveling, sometimes it's hard to hear your phone go off, and yeah, I didn't hear it. But like I said, when I got that, I saw when my missed call was, and I was literally would have been like 10 minutes away from being at work. So yeah, I got there and they were like, didn't anybody contact you? And I was like, no, but I wasn't the only one there. So, but because they couldn't get into the building, some of the managers didn't have like every employee's phone number, if that makes sense. Like within the teams, certain people have certain numbers, but all the actual employees' details are like on the computers inside the building. So, you know, you can't get in the building, you've got to contact the people you do know, and then it sort of fans out. So for some people it was too late, but that was okay. I just went back home. Yeah, that was an eventful day. But yeah, went back today and it's absolutely fine now. It, like they said, it cleared like within like half the day gone by, but because I work in the mornings, while I wouldn't have been able to get in. But afternoon people that work in the afternoons, yeah, they were fine. Right, I was going to put another pink around the outside. I have BP1. I did look up this colour, but I can't remember if it's the one I wanted to use. Oh no, is this drying up? It should be okay, right? Oh yeah, it's fine. It just, you know, when you haven't used a pen in a while, I think it's just not. But yeah, that's going down easy. But yeah, that's what I want to do, sort of do a light rim around it, because this is like an anime sort of style image. I do love this sort of image. We've got planets here. I don't even know if I'll do those realistic colours because I'm going quite colourful, and it's not exactly a realistic theme, is it? So this page is quite like a break from the other pages that I'm colouring, because other ones are like winter themed at the moment. There will be other pages that aren't, but at the moment I'm also colouring. I started 2 other pages. One I started because I knew I wanted watercolour in the background, and like you have to let that dry fully, so I did that ready for when I finish the other page that I started, which is in the, oh gosh, what's it called? Disney Magical Movie 100, something along those lines. Yeah, and it's a Frozen 2 illustration. And yeah, I thought I'd pick a Frozen page because then it's kind of like winter themed, although it doesn't have any snow or ice in this illustration. It's the illustration where Elsa is like in the sea with the horse underwater. Like before she rides it, she sort of has a little tug of war sort of battle. And yeah, I've started on the background, decided to use pencils. It's going to take me forever because they're quite large. It's about this size, the book, I think, the same as this. And yeah, when you're only using pencils and you've got to do layers, although the illustration has sort of got a border around it, so that does take some of the page away, which is nice. I've said this before, but I don't really like colouring right up to the edge of the page, because when you get to the edge you sort of end up having to be careful, and then it doesn't sort of go as smooth for me. But some pages you just have to put up with it. Like, I'm not saying every page should have a drawn in border, but like this page, it's not right up to the edge unless you make it right up to the edge, so I'm not going to. Can't believe how fast like this week's gone though, which isn't a good sign for the rest of the year. It's like, it seems like 2 seconds ago that it was Christmas, and then it was New Year, and now we're almost like a week in. Where did it go? Sorry, this is a bit of a slow process. I'm trying to make sure I don't do too big of a area around them. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of messing with my eyes a bit. Yeah, like when it's like to the end, I might still put that white outline on those stars. I don't know. It's something I'll have to decide. Right, skin colour. Let's just keep going on with it before I get distracted. Blush on the Pro Marker. I'm just going to keep her skin quite light. In terms of size of hair in the illustration, she's actually quite small. Like, I know she's the main subject, but you can't actually see much of her. Like, in a way, the main focus is like sort of her surroundings in a way. Is that all of her skin? I'm gonna take that as being skin above her socks or shoes, boots, whatever. And I think that's all of her skin. Oh no, almost didn't see that because that's a necklace. That isn't where the dress starts. Right, that's her skin done. Now for her dress. It has to be... It's got to be pink, right? But I also have this blue and purple out. I don't know why. Because are these quite dark? I need a bit of paper. Just a moment, please. Yeah, the Pro Markers are one thing that I actually don't have sort of swatched out. So let's just see what these look like. Oh, that's not as dark as I thought it was. I couldn't remember from the last time that I used it. And that's quite bright. I may have to do her dress purple. Purple and pink. Because I do have the pink stars. And that is dry and quite pale. Yeah, I'm going to go with a purple dress. I may regret this. But oh well, too late. This does look slightly darker on this paper. Which I do find sometimes, paper quality changes the shade of some sort of inks and that. It might still dry lighter. And then I'm going to mist the petal skirt bit and go to these bits. I might just do those petal bits with pencils because I want to try and make them look like a see-through, semi-see-through sort of situation. I find it strange, I didn't know how I was going to colour any of this, but once I get started, like some ideas just pop into your head. Like I had no idea I was going to draw around those stars with the other pink until I had coloured the stars in pink. And I thought she was going to have a pink dress, but now it's purple. Well, violet. I think this pen is called Violet. Yeah. I did see the original artwork for this page, but I made sure to only look at it briefly because I didn't want it to influence me too much on how I colour her. It was really pretty, their version. I don't think I've ever seen anybody colour in this book though. I'll have to have a look when I finish this page to see what other people have done. Or I'm just going to go over that on her boots because I don't feel like going around it. It is drying slightly lighter, so that is nice. Right, then the ruffly bits under here, I'm going to take blush. No, it's not blush at all, it's pastel pink. I use blush on the skin. Sorry about that. And yeah, I'm just going to colour the whole thing in. Should have seen how light this dries, but if it does die, oh dear, please don't die. If it does dry too dark, I can just put my white pencil over the top of it. I should have tried to give a pink glow to the whole illustration. I may be able to do that with pencils, but I might not do it at all. I should have coloured the sleeves. That is the word, sleeves. How is it I forgot the sleeves? I have no idea what colour to do her hair. And she has a crown on, which I've not noticed until this moment in time. Like really, you think you've looked at an image and then little details just pop out and you're like, oh okay, that was there. It's okay when it's something nice and but sometimes it's something that you really don't want to colour. No, I'm going to leave that. I won't be using any more of that colour. I do kind of want to stick to pinky sort of colours, but I have this pastel yellow in the Pro Marker that I'm hoping will be a good colour for this sort of a base for the things that I want, sort of a goldish colour. And with this colour I can keep some parts being a bit more pale if I want, and then some I can turn into like a proper gold. I just like seeing what parts I want to do what colour before I get my pencils out sometimes. It just makes it easier. And I don't forget what colours I want things. Obviously I don't use markers on every page, but when I do, it does seem to make the illustration easier for me to colour. Yes, all of this is going to be gold, so I haven't decided which bits are going to be. I think the outer rim of this thing will be gold and all these sorts of symbols, and then the parts that I like in between like this part and all inside this ring, I will try and keep them the non-shiny parts. But my mind may change by then. Who knows? Who really knows how a page is going to turn out until it's done? Because I do not plan. I don't know, I feel like if I planned a page, it just wouldn't turn out. Which half do I colour in? Oops. I don't know. I coloured in that half, but then I coloured in that half. It doesn't matter. I'll do that bit. A lot of it isn't showing anyway down there. So you didn't see anything. You don't know that that's probably a mistake down there. And we're just going to leave it that way. At the moment, oh my gosh, I coloured in that half, but I don't know which halves I'm supposed to be colouring in. Oh well. Like I said, didn't see any mistakes here. I'm just gonna colour it however it turns out. What was I just saying before that? Oh my gosh. I hate it when that happens, you know. Nope, my brain's lost it. Oh yeah, I know where I was going. At the moment, I'm enjoying watching completed pages videos for like December, and I love that there's so many of them to watch. Like, and I love it when you get them where they're at least over 20 minutes long, because then you can sit with your colouring and just go, have fun, watch, colour. Yeah, I don't know, I like obviously that means people have coloured a lot of pages, but there are people out there that, oh my gosh, they've coloured so much in 1 month. I honestly don't know where they find the time. Not a clue. And I don't know if I wanted that star gold. I may do it like a pink gold. But yeah, I do want her stuff to be gold. That's going to be like a gemmy sort of thing there. I may add glitter to that bit. I thought I'd missed some skin then, but then I looked and it's a glove. So I was like, phew. Not that it would have been a big deal. I literally have the pen right there. I don't know what, I don't think I'm going to add any colour to these sorts of wings until I use my pencils, because I think I just want them a soft sort of colour. But this does mean I'm going to need something in the background, and I'm thinking maybe black. I may risk doing like black paint background, but not the whole page. I would probably section it off, but that will not be tonight because I don't feel like getting paint and brushes and everything out. And then it's not the getting it out that's like annoying, it's the putting it back away, because obviously you have to clean everything. And yeah, at this very point of this evening, I don't want to be doing that. That's more of a daytime thing. So she has this ribbon, which I'm thinking a different type of pink. Which pink didn't I use yet? Is it this one, I think. Oh my gosh, the lid doesn't want to come off. PP5, I'm just going to go with it. Oh, this is like a softer, dustier sort of pink. Oh, I hope it stays similar to that. I hope it doesn't dry too much different. Maybe a bit paler. Oh, I do like that. I should have done her dress that colour. Too late. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to add the blue. I think that'll be too many different colours. I know that sounds ridiculous. And with these planet type bits, I may add sparkle to those. There's got to be sparkle on this page, right? How can you not? Like, when I see something that's sort of fantasy magical, like, and it definitely looks like she's doing something magical, right? It needs some sort of sparkly, shiny something. I'm going to do her tongue that colour as well. Oh dear, that went on her face. Oh well. Yeah, so I'm thinking that... Oh, her hair. I should have done gold as well on the crown. So I'm just keeping it. Keeping every sort of accessory type of thing gold. Just to make this a bit easier on myself. I give her golden eyes. Oh, and on her boots. Gosh, I'm missing everything. And I'm going to do this trim gold as well. Well, obviously yellow to start with, but with your shading you turn it into gold. Or I could just literally get something gold on it. What colour do I do her gloves? And I've missed another. Her gloves and... yeah, her gloves. I don't want them gold. But I don't think I want them that purple either. The only other colour on her clothes is that soft pink. I may just colour them a lighter purple with some pencils, like I'm going to do with these. Well, I'm going to leave it there for now, because actually I'm just going to do the middle of this planet gold, and then I think I'll put the sparkle on the ring. Right, I'm going to leave it there for tonight, although you won't notice because it's just going to carry on. So I hope you're all having a good week. Hello, so I am back, and as you may notice, I have added a background. It's something that I thought you wouldn't want to watch me just add in that. Well, I spent a day thinking about it, and I was like, when in doubt, black it out. So yeah, I just went in with my black Posca pen and drew a border and then just filled it in. And yeah, the pink really kind of pops now, doesn't it? So I have picked out some colours from my Castle Arts pencils, and I'm going to go ahead and colour her. I'm going to start by doing everything that's gold. I think that's probably the best option here. Right, so I have got the Marigold. It's the closest colour to gold I think that is for what I want anyway, and I kind of want to keep this simple. Oh, and I have to say that when I was adding the black Posca to the background, I'm glad I didn't use anything that actually uses water, because it almost struggled with the amount of water that's just in a Posca pen. This paper, yeah, don't use water on it. Unless you're some like miracle worker and have no problem with it and do it already, then carry on, but I wouldn't recommend it. So I'm just going to go in because I want this to be quite vibrant. Because of the blacks there now, everything's sort of going to pop, I think. So yeah, and obviously I'm going to add white Posca pen in places. Yeah, I'm just adding it here because I feel like that will make it look like the outer rims are like, you know, when it dips in kind of thing. I'm really bad at explaining things, aren't I? I have to apologise for that, but hopefully you can see what I mean from actually watching. I will add a bit of black as shadow. So with that half, I'll just show you what I mean. So if I now add the black, just lightly, I don't want to add a lot, and it will make it look like that sort of got depth to it. I think that's the word I was looking for before, depth. But yeah, you don't need much, just sort of so it blends. Oh, that one a bit astray. But always do anything like yellow or orange first before you use black, because else you'll just end up with mud when you go back in. Oh, first breakage. Breakage 1 has been complete. So it's sort of a, let me, oh, I almost went back in with the, but I'm not going to drag it from the black this time. I'm just, from the edge, I'm going to go from the lightest bit in and sort of blend. And then I will get my Posca pen and add sort of white dib dab type things. Dib dab, that's a sweet. I don't know. Yeah, it's now Saturday, so yeah, this week went by so fast. Obviously with only working Tuesday, Thursday and Friday because of what happened on Wednesday, it just flew by. Like everybody was like, see you tomorrow, and then we're like, wait, it's Friday. So it's like, no, see you Monday. Right, I feel like I should add some of this to parts of the ring on the outside, but not all of it. So sort of, so I can have some highlighted bits. Right, and now I'll do the other half. Oh, and this bit down here. Don't forget that bit down there. So just go in with this. And I've decided on like a soft pinky colour for the wing sort of bits. Down here I didn't know what was background and what was not, so I just did whatever I wanted. Yeah, some bits might have got taken away with the black pen, I don't know. But yeah, I'm fine with how it looks. So yeah, I do want these bits gold as well. Actually, I should have sort of and obviously the sun is going to be gold as well. I do say these pencils are working fine on this paper though. But I do find that Castle Arts are quite versatile when it comes to paper. That's why I often end up getting them out. Because I'm like, I wonder what will work on here. And then I'm like, well, Castle Arts work on most things, so I'm going to just go for those. So I hope everybody had a good week. Nothing major happened. That's not good, hopefully. As it is a new year and everything, you don't want to start it off badly, do you? Else it makes you think, what's the rest of the year going to be like? Although if it is bad, it can only get better, is what you think. So there's two ways of looking at it, isn't there? Glass half empty, glass half full kind of situation. Now back in with that marigold. Sorry, I am shaking the table, aren't I? I just noticed. I try not to, but sometimes it seems steadier than other times. I don't know why. But I have nothing else that I can clip my the arm on for my camera, so it has to be attached to the table. And no, I don't have any room for a tripod next to my desk. I'm dealing with minimal space. So yeah, this was the best option for the space that I have, but obviously, like I said, the only thing I've got to attach it on to is the table. Right, let's go in and do the sun as well, because let's just do this sort of like I did this, and then I'm going to do one side light, one side dark. Just keep it simple. Like I said, I don't want to complicate this page. When I start to complicate things, that's when they take forever to complete. That one a bit dark. Right, and now I'm going to get my white Posca on that right away. Forgot that bit down there. Oh, and I never did the rim of this. Sorry about that. I'm just in a world of my own, but doing my normal missing things. So just to see what this looks like. I know I had the gold of her stuff to do, and I also want that gold, but kind of want to see what this is going to look like. So I'm going to do go over the black line of the lighter side. Although my Posca pen is feeling quite juicy right now, so best be careful. I think that's a sundown. I think that looks okay. Do this circle bit the same. Might not be able to see those dots very well, but I'm fine with that. Got to decide which part of this room as well do I want to have the highlight. Doesn't have to be perfect. Should have done up here first, then I wouldn't have had to risk putting my hand in anything. Yeah, what do you think? Decent enough gold? I'm happy with it anyway, so that's good. I will have to let that dry a minute though. So I just pause it because I don't want you waiting around for when you don't need to. So that should be dry enough now. Should have sharpened this while I was off camera, but sharpening the marigold. Right, so I'll go in. Oh, I've got to do her hat as well, don't I? Hat, crown. Shh, same thing. It's not, but it's the same thing now. This is in frame, right? Yes. Do you want me to zoom in a bit? There we go. I just put that in the middle. Now I've given her like golden eyes. So I'm just going to put some of that in there as well. I will put black like for the pupils. Now her jewellery sort of stars are hard to sort of do because they're quite small. She is quite a small illustration, which is unfortunate. Just add some to this. Again, like the sun, sorry, I will do sort of that. Right, and then black. I feel like I should have done that white. Add a bit of white on there. No, I was supposed to only add it to the... I'll go over that bit with black when it dries. Do the black in her eyes. Right, now I think I'm... Oh, I should do that gold, shouldn't I? I was about to move on to colouring her then. Just going to do it like a gold sphere instead of it looking too much like a planet. Because then on the ring I want to do glitter. You need sparkle on this page. I'm also going to do these ones with the same glitter probably stickles. I've done quite a lot of colouring today, so I do want to keep this simple. When I say quite a lot, it was only a background, finishing a background and doing part of another page, but I did the whole background in coloured pencils, so yeah, it took a while. Right, and then I think I just make it look a bit shiny, because why not? Don't like it. You did too much. It'll do. Put a light in her eyes. Right. So now onto her herself. I'm going to do her going to get her skin out of the way first. That's probably a good idea. So I've just got cinnamon here. I'm going to keep her skin simple. I'm keeping the whole page simple. I'm just going to add this where I want shadows. Her hair is going to be brown. And then to blend that out, I'm just going to use white. But this is the Faber-Castell Polychromos white. I love seeing those videos where children have trouble saying cinnamon and they're like cinnamon, cinnamon. And it's so cute. Oh gosh, that was a breakage and a half. That was my fault though. While saying cinnamon, I lost control of my pencil. So I shall sharpen that a moment. And then I'm just going to add some pink in her cheeks. Gosh. I'm on a roll here with breakages. That's three in one video. I think she needs a bit more cinnamon. I love that. I wish it was just called cinnamon. Oh my gosh. 4. Right, and then I'll just get my white again. I'm gonna need to hoover after this video. A little bit of black under her chin, I think. And I'll do a bit of black on her for her like mascara situation. Nose. Right, now her hair, oh my gosh, she's got such thin hair. So I have the walnut brown, and yeah, there is no way I can go into detail with this hair. Yeah, this is such a tiny illustration. I don't even know. It looks okay, it looks okay. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Just sort of do some lines. Like, I'm not even really focusing on where the hair lines actually are because it's hard to tell. So I'm just doing it myself and sort of guessing. And I think that's gonna have to do for her hair because yeah, that's it's hard enough as it is. I'm going to put a few white dots as sort of highlights. Because there's no way I'm getting in there with like to blend it. But yeah, that looks decent enough. I'm happy enough with that. Right, on to, I didn't put any black in her crown gold. So let me just put a bit of that in. I didn't really want it on that. Right, now for the purple, for the everything that's purple. I'm hoping that this is called Lavender Light will make it a bit of a different colour. Yes, sorry. I didn't really like the purple that I ended up with. I did want it more of a pinky purple. So I'm going to go in with this colour. And then I'm going to go in with white, like this. And it will change it, what it looks like. And then I will work to blend it in and put some shadow in and stuff like that. But I definitely think that is a much better colour for the rest of the page. Like it didn't really go with the pink that I used, I thought. I mean, you might have liked it. If you liked it, then you and your colour in this page, then you go ahead and do whatever you want. Alright, I'm going to get a bit of black in those areas. And now I'm going to take my Lavender Light again and just blend that all together nicely. And it should give me what I wanted. I like it when it works out in your head and on the paper, because a lot of the time it'll work out in your head and not on the paper, but this is the colour I wanted. Now just the edges, I sort of want the white back in. Just gives it a bit of life, I think. First I'm going to add some white Posca Dot Sparkle. She's just going to shine. I'm quite honestly surprised I haven't said that I'm going to put glitter over the whole page. But I'm not. I did forget to do... Oh, this is cinnamon. It was supposed to be the marigold. Oh dear. Oh well. It's not too much different than the gold. The other one, is it? Yeah. Oops. And we'll just blend that together with the white. Yeah, whatever happened, it did, but oh well. Just put a bit of black. I don't want to lose the edge of the dress. Right, so now I've done that skirt bit, I'm going to go on to the top. So, starting with my Lavender Light, I'm going to do like the bits where I think shadows would be to start with. And it might be hard to see from on there because yeah, it's not a huge difference in colour, is it? Because it's a light colour. But I'm sort of, yeah, I don't know how to explain it right now. The white, you'll see where I've added the shadows now, because I go over the whole thing and it'll only pick up where I haven't put that other pencil colour. And I need to do her choker thingy as well. I didn't leave room for the white then, but right, now the black. So the black, I'm just sort of going to draw those lines back in, a bit around there. Sort of. Oh my gosh, a fly just landed on my glasses. Oh dear. Go away. Dear me. That has no sense of danger. That fly doesn't. Like, normally they land near you and not actually on you. Now back in with my lavender light. Sort of blend that black a bit smoother. Right, now I'm going to add the little sparkles because she deserves a sparkly dress. That fly is coming back. She's got a death wish. Too many white dots, not enough white dots, what do you think? How would you make it look sparkly? I like my white dots, unless I'm actually using like actual glitter. When this dries it may pick up some of the purple pencil. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I haven't done the purple in her crown, so I'm just gonna go in. There isn't much to do there, so it's more just shading shadows to make it look a bit. That'll do. Oh, and the purple on her boots. Like, I'm ridiculously forgetting everything. I am going to do songs. doesn't really have much of it showing. And see shadows. I feel like these need a bit of black. I may go over those white dots with this when it's dry. Yeah, I think I will. Don't really like them on the boots. Probably the lines that I don't like more than the dots, but yeah, I'll go over those. Right, next. Oh dear. Yeah, this bit. I did get out this magenta, but I'm wondering if that's a good idea or not. I'm gonna go for it. I know there's little stars in here, but I'm ignoring them. Oh wow, this is like the same colour as the stars. And I am not even thinking about this much either, like the detail that's in here, because it is tiny detail, so I'm just going with it and hoping for the best. Like, how are you expected to get in all these little like dots and frills? And yeah, I feel like I would have to have a magnifying glass. I'll just try my best to make it look poofy and be done with it. In a moment after I've done this, I do think I will stop for tonight. Come back to it probably tomorrow. It's a small image, but because it's so small, it does actually take a lot of concentration and detailing. And I'm just going to go over that with a white, and then it's going to make it look a mess. But then I will add a bit of black shadow in then, but not too much, and then yeah, I don't know. bright black sort of around the top. I will add a bit. And then like in the sort of darker areas I will try my best to see all those little lines, but it's far too many. Probably would have been better if this illustration was enlarged a bit more, so it just had maybe a little bit around the edge. I don't know if this is looking okay to you or not. It's the best I can do. And obviously I'm going to add a bit of white. That's me. And this picture just needs white added after everything. I find it funny how when I add the YouTube polls, like the picture, the book that gets picked and the picture that gets picked is never the one that I'm really wanting to colour. Don't get me wrong, I want to colour all of them, but like when I put 3 books, you know, you always have that one that you slightly want picked more than the others. And then you, with the pictures, like this one, I love this illustration, don't get me wrong, I really do. But I wanted to colour the full portrait picture. I'll still colour that, but like I said, I want to be able to colour at least one page for a video that people want to see, because then it seems the right thing to do. Alright, so I'm just going to... No, I had a feeling this picture would get chosen, but I was still going to add it because I didn't want to add 3 portrait type ones. I knew this one would get picked because of, like, there's more going on. I don't know how I feel about this poofy bit. Just adding random scribbles because I want to. That actually worked in some strange way. I like that more now. So that is, I think her dress is done. I may regret this, but oh, I didn't regret it. I didn't regret it. Yes, sorry. So I'm going to leave it there. It'll be 2 seconds for you in it. Oh, actually, just a moment. Before I forget, I need to get rid of those lines. Yes, it was the lines. I like the dots. Needed to get rid of the lines. Right, yeah, so I will be back in a bit. Hello, so once again, I am back. New day, now Sunday. And yeah, I should have cleared this up first. So, I am going to do this ribbon first, and I'm getting that magenta out that I used before. And I'm just going to put that in the bits that are a bit more shaded. That's going behind her, so that would have more shading going on, wouldn't it? Some good news is that my colour cube arrived. I purchased the second colour cube because it said that colour cube number 1 was on back order. So you get 250 cards in each anyway, so I think I've only need for 1 at the moment. So I shall probably do a video using that next. Or I did also purchase some like D&D style dice to do my random picker for pages. So either the colour cube or the dice will be probably the video after this one. Don't know, I'm just excited to use them. It just seems like a lot of fun, and it takes the picking of colours out of the way, doesn't it? And then it also challenges you because you never know what you're going to get given. So I hope you'll tune in for any of those videos. Right. White where the highlights are. And then blend it with the magenta again. Can't believe how fast the weekend goes. It's annoying. Yeah, this page shouldn't take too much longer now. That's the ribbon done. Right, her skirt and glove sort of bits, and this bit on the back of her dress. I'm going to take this Bengal Rose Light and just very lightly do the shading. I just want it to be like a pale colour. I don't really want much colour in it. Yeah, you still need the shadows, don't you? So I just decided to pick this pink. So they're white, but it's a pink white, if that makes sense. Like sometimes you get the blue white or the grey white, because white always has to have a colour in it. It's not just a solid white. Yeah, I wasn't sure what these bits at the back are, but I'm just guessing it's attached to her somehow. So I'm just going to colour it the same as these. Maybe I shouldn't do them the same as the glove colour, but I am. And then for this other part, I'm doing it with not much colouring again, but it's going to be a creamy yellow colour. And that is like literally all I want to do with that. I am just going to take my black and in these little bits, just very slightly, but like not even all of them, just a couple that I think need a little bit of shadow. But yeah, not all of them do. Because I just want them to be light and sort of fluffy. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to do to that. I'm happy enough with that. So, oh, I haven't got a light yellow out, so let me just get that out. Right, so I have gone for the golden yellow, still the Castle Arts, and yeah, I'm just going to do basically what I just did with, oh, there we go, that's another one. That's the first for the day, but definitely not the first for this video. Definitely not. I need to just learn, don't do the last spin when I'm sharpening, because it's always like probably one spin away from being okay. So yeah, I just want to take some of the white away from these really. See, it's not doing much to it, but it doesn't look blank. I can't just leave something white. At one point I thought, oh, I'll take the black lines away from it as well, but I'm not going to. It's like I said, I don't know if some of this down here was supposed to be this or whether it was background. And yeah, you may have seen some bits that you thought, oh, that should have been background. And like I said before, if you are colouring this, just if you think it was supposed to be background, then you colour it as background. If you think it's part of the illustration but not the way that I'm taking it, then you colour it how you feel it should be. Colouring pages are always open to interpretation. Right, so that's that done. Just kept it simple, didn't I? Which is nice. Nice to do simple sometimes, because I know I go overboard on a lot of other parts. So now I just have these spheres to do, and I decided that even though I am going to add the glitter on top, I want a colour underneath all of these. So for this one here, I'm going to put the cinnamon on it, and then I think I'm going to do the, what is it called? It's this one, the Stickles Platinum, but I'm only going to do like a thin layer, which means you'd probably see the colour underneath, which is why I don't want it to be white. And I'm only doing a thin layer because, like I said, this paper didn't like it didn't even like the Posca pen. So I don't want to use anything that's got too much water. Or any liquid, to be honest. I don't know, this Amazon paper just seems different than the Amazon paper I'm used to. Right, and then this one here, I think I'm going to add the waterfall. So I'm gonna do this lavender light. I am just deciding these as I'm going along. I want to use sort of colours that are already in the page. And then this one here, I think I will do that one, maybe the sunburst. So I'm gonna just do the marigold on that, so it's like the gold. I don't mind if it blends in a bit with the part in the background. And then on the rings, I'm going to do the stardust, so the sort of clear one, and I'm just going to add a little bit of the pink on the rings, just so it fits in with the page. So I need a paintbrush because I like to spread it out. There's a paintbrush. I just have one in here, that'll do. Just a cheap one that I got from Amazon once, so I will squirt a little bit on and then just spread it out. So just a little bit. That might even be too much, more than what I thought. Yeah, it was more than what I was hoping would be on here. Because now it doesn't look like an even layer, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna have to take some of that off, I think. Because else it's just gonna dry and look patchy. Let me just open my bottle so I can put some back in. Oh, you can't, can you? It's got that weird lid on it. Oh, I'm not even going to try to take that off. Right. There, it's not all blobby anymore. Just a thin glittery layer. How does that actually look on there? I cannot tell. Right, so next colour, I shall do the waterfall. And I think I'm just going to squirt a little bit onto my paintbrush. Yeah, I think that option was better. Putting it on the paintbrush and not on the page. Obviously, if you want a thick layer, then putting it on the page is probably the better option. Right, and now the sunburst. That's only a tiny amount needed for that. There we go. I am wiping my brush off after every use. And then just the stardust. A little bit more for that because it's a bigger area. And there we go. Thin layer of glitter is done. And now I just have to wait for that to dry, really, to be able to show you the page, or unless you're fine with me just showing it you now. would save me coming back, wouldn't it? It's not going to change other than the fact that it'll be dry. So if I just hold that up, then you can see the glitter, can't you? And you can see how that one with the golds sort of crinkled the paper. But yeah, so this is her up close. And I'm happy with that. Like I said, the paper was a slight struggle, more than normal. So, but I know that now for going forward in this book, won't I? Don't use water. So yeah, this has been colouring in Fantasmagoria, sorry about the glare then, by Clannadia, known as Nadia Mejri. And just in case, I don't think I showed anybody the number. I was trying not to close the book properly. So yeah. So until my next video, which like I said will probably be either with the dice. Do I have my dice here that I can show you? I can't remember where I put them. Ah yes, here. So you get ones that are like, they've got 8 sides, well 10 sides, 12 sides. There's one that's got 4. The triangle is 4. And yeah, so lots of options. So like if it's like hair, I can put down 12 different colours rather than just 6. But if it's for like something that only needs like 4 options, I've got the dice that I can use for that. So I thought that would be useful. And they were just from Amazon, like cheap sort of ones. I didn't need anything special, did I? And then the colour cube, which I think everybody knows what the colour cube looks like, but when I do a video I will include like information on that if necessary. So until next time, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Next month I will place another poll for a book and a page. So until next time, take care, goodbye.